So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna just explain to you guys how I became so fucking smart, and actually how my brain literally switched from the unconscious to the subconscious. Like, I am literally so conscious of life right now, bro. It's kind of scary, And God's been unveiling a lot of things to me, and I just wanna help all of you guys that are struggling with dealing with a whole bunch of fucking situations in life. But yeah, hopefully this video can help you out. So this is a journey from deep sleep to the unity. So these are gonna be seven layers of consciousness that everybody must be aware of, and I am in state number 6. There's different types of level of states, but I'm gonna just go to the first one. You know what I'm saying? So we're just gonna get into it. All right, the sleep, deep sleep, the void. Okay, so this is level 1 of consciousness, and what is happening? Your mind completely shuts off, no thoughts, no dreams, no identity, just blankness. Neuroscience calls this the delta wave state, the slowest brain activity. It's when your body repairs itself, your memories are organized, and your nervous system resets. Spirituality calls this is a like micro death, to return to the pure stillness. In some traditions, it's considered temporary glimpse of nirvana because all suffering stops, but you don't awake inside, so you don't remember it. Psychology causes you disappear. There's no you to think, feel, or remember anything. But even though you're not aware, consciousness itself still exists, and it's not just active. Imagine a light bulb that's turned off, but the bulb still exists, but there's no light. How do you understand this? You could say this is your soul resetting in silence, the foundation of all other states. Without this state, your mind and body couldn't function. So the deep sleep is pretty much like when your body just completely just shuts off, and it has to shut off, because bro, if your mind and everything would just function, like, well, obviously, like, they function, I'm saying the blood has to circulate, through your whole body and everything, but it's like with so many chaos, bro, like within the world, it makes sense why God makes us rest, you know what I'm saying? And when you get rest, bro, like, you really just feel so energized and just so pure, and just, it makes so much sense why we have deep sleep, and I never really understood why, we get to sleep, because think about it, what's the whole point of sleep if you freaking wake up tired? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it seems kind of interesting, but alright, so this is level 2 of dreaming. So this level of state is a conscious state. Creator, what's happening? Now the brain enters into REM sleep, where your eyes move but quickly and your brain becomes active again. The mind starts creating worlds out of memory and imagination. Psychology calls this when you are both the creator and the character of the dream. Your subconscious sees memories, emotions, and symbols to tell you your story. Sometimes random, sometimes deeply meaningful dreams often reflect what's hidden or unresolved within you. Spirituality causes dreaming is like a practice ground for life. It shows you that your conscious can create entire realities that feel real, yet they vanish, then you wake up. This teaches that waking life might also be a kind of a dream, more stable, yes, but still a mental projection of perception. So this is how you understand it. When you wake up from a dream, you realize it wasn't real, yet it felt real while you were in it. That's the same insight sages apply to waking life. So how do you understand this? Waking up from a dream, when you realize it wasn't yet. So this is how you would understand it. When you wake up from a dream, you realize it wasn't real, yet it felt real while you were in it. That's the same insight stages apply to waking life. Maybe even the reality is another kind of dream. So this is when, at this stage, bro, this is when I was like, okay, well, it's kind of weird when you it's kind of weird when you start to remember your dreams, because I had a lot of weird dreams about, like, I would always get rich and, trying to be, so successful, and me always just daydreaming about all this shit. But it's crazy how, like, you really have to be in those states of, like, dreaming, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's something about, I haven't really got into dreaming, so I can't really tell you guys, a lot about dreams, but it's like, when you become aware of your dreams and you would, like, take notes of them, and, like, you actually try to, like, decode, like, your dreams, bro, like, it really plays a big role in your life. And I'll get into deeper of that, like, when I understand a little bit more. But other than that, this is level 3 of awakening. All right, this is the waking, the daytime dreaming. So this is when I was talking about daydreaming. So this is what's happening. You're awake, moving through the world, using your 5 senses. The brain is in beta waves, processing massive amounts of data to create what you call reality. Psychology causes you feel like a separation individual living in an external world, but in truth, your brain is still doing what it did in dreams. It's projecting an internal model of the world. You never experience the world directly, only the interpretation of your mind creates. Spirituality causes this is where most humans stay their whole lives. We believe that we are the body and the mind, chasing goals and avoiding pain, forgetting that there is an awareness watching all of this. Reality feels solid, but it's actually a 3D hallucination built from sensory input. So this is how you understand this. In this level of consciousness is awake but identified. It believes the story. It hasn't yet realized it's the one watching the story. It's kind of crazy because through life, I was always aware, you know what I mean? I was always awakened, but I just didn't really know if I was doing the right thing or not. And the only reason why most people stay stuck in this spot is because they really are afraid of pain. And that's the only reason why I start to wake the fuck up, because I started, I'm like, all right, fuck it. I just took risks, bro. That's the craziest part. I just said, fuck it, you know what I mean? Like, what else do I have to lose? I'm already broke. I'm already fucking losing everything in life, bro. So I might as well just start it, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't scared of fucking taking risks, bro, because I'm like, I knew where I was coming from, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew I had a, fucked up background, you know what I'm saying, of how, I was living, you know what I'm saying? But I just knew I always had to do something, bro. Like, I knew I wasn't like a regular person in society, for sure. You know what I mean? I had to break what you guys call the matrix. I had to fucking break that shit, bro. Because, dude, like, I knew I was built different, bro. I knew something within me, bro, was different. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I always had a hustler's mentality, for sure, when I was a kid. Like, I used to sell fucking chocolate bars in 6th grade, bro. I remember this shit. I used to wanted to get money. So, like, the only best decision I ever did was try to sell chocolate bars to kids, you know what I'm saying? Getting my money. Like, bro, I was 6 years old fucking in school with lunch, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared, you know what I'm saying, to get money, but it's like I had to break that fear, you know what I mean? And then I don't know where, like, I started having my own little business from fucking selling candy and shit. But it's like, I feel like at 6 years old, that's when I was starting the waking state, for sure, because, like, I understood, like, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, this is kind of my story. But on level 4, ladies and gentlemen, this is the transitional consciousness, the silent witness. What's happening? So this is what's happening. When you're meditating or enter a deep state of presence, the constant stream of thoughts begins to quiet. The brain synchronizes often between the alpha and the theta waves. You experience pure awareness without thinking. Psychology calls this you begin to observe your mind instead of being lost in it. You can feel emotional rise and fall without reaction. You realize I am not my thoughts or emotions. I am the one who sees them. This is kind of like having like a third eye view. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine you are a fly and like the fly goes in the corner, but you have to imagine that the fly is looking at you. So it's like, it's kind of like playing like GTA, you know what I'm saying? You know how you can like scroll, and see the whole, the whole character all around, like that's kind of how I started to view life differently, you know what I'm saying? I started watching myself in a way where like I was more observant, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was like transitioning, bro. That's when I started getting a little bit, scared, because I had to face a lot of truth within myself, bro, because I started to realize, okay, I'm getting fat, I'm getting ugly, I need to watch how I need to watch how I talk, and I need to really present myself really meaningful and, really, sharp. So that's when I started, observing myself, bro. Like at this state right here, once you reach level 4, bro, that's when you start to really upgrade, you know what I'm saying? But you're just not aware of it, kind of, you know what I'm saying? But spirituality causes this is your first glimpse of true self, the observer behind all experiences. This state states that any mystics describe as I am, there's no past, no future, no narrative, just awareness itself and still alive. So this is how you understand it. This is like stepping outside your own movie for the first time, and you realize you're not just a character, you're also the audience. So this is when like you really see yourself, how you could really direct yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of interesting because, bro, at this state you can really start to imagine. Like this is when your dreams start to really, manifest at you and start coming at you. So then at this state you can start to like have a little plan, have a structure on what you want to do with your life, you know what I'm saying? Because once you reach this level of state, I feel like you can really start getting the ball rolling. But you have to go through different steps of states, of consciousness to be even aware of what you want to do in life. So this is a very important state, okay? Once you pass that state, you reach level 5 and 6. And this is the cosmic and God consciousness, okay? So this is the cosmic consciousness, the observer within. So this is what's happening when you begin living life from the observer perspective, even while doing normal things, walking, eating, and talking. Awareness stays present. Okay, psychology causes you experience a constant meta awareness. You see your body acting, your emotional moves, your mind thinking, but something deeper stays calm and still. You can act in the world while staying detached from its chaos. Like, as soon as I got in this state, bro, I was so worried about life, man. Like, I started taking so much things, like everything all at me, bro. Like, when I was really in this level of state where I was like just taking all the blame on myself, okay? And once you start blaming yourself for all of your fuck ups in life, bro, like you really start to just fucking grow like that, bro, because you really start to become mature. Like, this is when you start to have the balls within you. This is when the man, the smartest person that you ever imagined starts to come out. And I had to really face a lot of my dark truths, and I thank God for that, bro, because if it wasn't for God, bro, I feel like I wouldn't be this far, bro, for sure. Like, he wouldn't just give me all this knowledge for no damn reason, you know what I'm saying? He gave me this knowledge so I can help you guys understand it and help myself understand it as well, you know what I'm saying? But like understanding and spirituality, this is the awakening of non-reactive living. You start feeling that your life is in being lived through you rather than by you. You still feel emotions, but they don't control you. You like to watch the ocean waves while remaining anchored at the bottom. So this is kind of how you understand it. You are in the world but not of it. You're both the actor and the witness at the same time. So this is the sixth level of consciousness. This is the God's consciousness, okay? The living light. Okay, so this is what's happening. Your awareness expands beyond personal self. You start to sense the divine intelligence in everything, in people, in nature, and even in challenges. And psychology causes you no longer see a separate between you and them. A comparison arises naturally because compassion arises naturally because you feel others as part of yourself. Your perception becomes scared. Everything seems to glow with meaning and beauty. And at this point, I feel like this is when I started getting really closer to God, bro. Like, this is when I started getting more into the Bible. This is when I started, understanding how Jesus was, and like, his teachings, and how his philosophy was in life, bro. Like, he was just giving out so much like goodness, bro. Like, dude, he was just pure light, bro. And I started really understanding more of his teachings, bro. Like, he really wants it to be like just not like him, but like at least follow his teachings on what he was saying and preaching about, you know what I'm saying, of always just giving love. And it's crazy because, bro, at this day, I hate to call people out, you know what I'm saying, because like I feel like I just know so much, bro. Like, I'm not trying to sound so arrogant, but it's like, fuck, dude, I've really gotten into deep connection with God, bro. And I'm so grateful, bro. It's crazy, bro, how I've just grown so much. And like, dude, this is what spirituality causes. This is when love becomes a state of perception, not just emotions. You see the hand of God in every detail. Your heart, your mind, and your soul all aligned as one field of reverence. So this is how you understand it. It's like waking up from being human into realizing you are part of the living, divine intelligence that expresses through everything. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, now I wake up with a purpose and meaning, bro. And that shit motivates the fuck out of me, man, because I know what to do in life now. Like, bro, I give all the glory and everything to God now. And it's crazy because, dude, without him, I'm nothing, bro. And it's crazy because, like, I'm really starting to understand so much about life now, man. And I'm just like, I feel like I'm ready for everything, bro. I feel like I'm ready for the next jump. I'm ready to go all in, man. So it's kind of like at this state, bro, like this is just pure just wholeness, bro. I really feel whole, bro. It's crazy, even though like I'm going through a lot, dude. Like, dude, even though through all this, bro, I just feel so like welcomed, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a level of feeling where it's like, it's just unimaginable. Like, this state right here is bigger than money, is bigger than fame, is bigger than just anything, bro. Because I'd rather have this than having money, and I'd rather have wisdom and everything and understanding and knowledge than having money and having the lifestyle that most people have in the world, bro. Because I'd rather learn this shit first. Because most people that have all those luxury cars and everything, bro, in life, bro, like later in life, they're gonna face the reality of how freaking hard, like, how life is, bro. Because, dude, money should be used as a fucking tool, bro, not as you buying just stupid shit, bro, without having an understanding of how the value of money is, bro. And I never understood the value of money, bro. I was just so fucking stupid and arrogant, man. But now I actually understand, and now I'm actually more conscious and aware of it. But now you reach the level of 7. This is the last state of the unity consciousness. This is where it's like a lot of preachers and a lot of Buddhists really get to this level of state, because all they do is meditate, bro. All they do is one with themselves, bro. And this is something that most people will never get, because this is like the divine level. But so this is what's happening. The final veil dissolves. The sense of I versus the world disappears. There's only one awareness and experience in itself, the infinite forms. That's crazy, bro. Like once you reach this state, bro, it's like nothing ever matters, you know? Like I feel like most people like I feel like at this like this is when you're like, you know, like when you're old, you know what I'm saying? Once you have everything, you completed your goals, like, you know, everything's just meaningless, you know? And it makes sense why. But in psychology, you no longer see you no longer see duality, good or bad, life or death, inside or outside. Everything is recognized as one seamless field of existence. The ego completely surrenders. And when the ego surrenders, bro, that's like the most beautiful feeling, bro, because then that's when you can really just be free, man. Like you could really just be one within yourself, bro. And at this state, bro, like, dude, I would love to get that state, man, because dude, the ego rules us. Everybody else in the world has an ego, man. The only reason why we all have ego is because we all just have a bit of persona of ourselves. And the only reason why a lot of people in the world are like so controlled by their ego is because they just can't control it. They never become so observant, you know, like in level 4 or 3. Like they never become aware of, well, they never become observant. And that's the part where a lot of people fuck up in life because of their ego. It completely just takes control, and then they never end up doing what they want to do in life. And that right there is just a spiral down, bro. But spirituality, this is an alignment. Moksha and Nirvana, I don't know, these are like spiritual gurus, but different names of the same realization. You don't experience God, you are the awareness through which God experiences everything. You are no longer a wave in the ocean thinking it's separate. You realize you were always in the ocean itself. This is like a different, I have yet to experience this level of consciousness, so I can't really explain to you, but this is just like on another level of awareness, bro. And this is just pure love and just purity, bro. Like this state is crazy. But right now I'm at level, you know, 5 and 6, you know, and I have a lot of understanding and a lot of knowledge and wisdom to still learn, bro. But I feel like I'm getting somewhere in life now, you know what I'm saying? Like now I have a fucking goal and know what the fuck to do, bro. So it's like, you know, I hope that you guys can understand the 7 layers of consciousness. And yeah, stay tuned for a lot of fucking videos, bro, because I'm dropping nothing but sauce, and I'm just gonna really rebuild the whole consciousness of myself, and hopefully I can bring you guys along and get closer, you know, within yourselves, and just give you guys so much knowledge and wisdom, and just, bro, just give you, bro, I'm gonna give out pure sauce, man. But yeah, hope you guys like this video, man. I'll see you guys later. All right, peace.